Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk. This is the show where I break down what happened at the box office, see if my predictions for the top 5 are correct, and then make predictions for next week's top 5, so let's get right on into it. Last week I predicted that number 1 would be Moana, number 2 would be Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, number 3 would be Incarnate, number 4 would be Doctor Strange, and number 5 would be Allied, and I only got 2 out of 5 of my predictions right, but one of them I got wrong, and that's a good reason why I got it wrong. We'll talk about that later. Number 1 was, of course, Moana, repeating from its victory last weekend. It made $28 million this weekend, and that adds to a total of $119 million. And it only needs $31 million more to get its budget of $150 back, but on the worldwide chart, it is at $177 million right now, so it's on its way to double its budget. It just needs to get to $300 million, and I think it'll easily do so, and I'm so happy that it will, because Moana is my favorite animated movie of the year. I could sing this movie's praises forever, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Number 2 was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This weekend it made $18 million, and that adds to a total of $183 million. So domestically, it just got its $180 million budget back, but on the worldwide chart, we see that it has reached the $527 million margin, so it's doing fantastically. I think it tripled its budget, or it's about to. Either way, that's fantastic for this movie. I can only see future success for the Fantastic Beasts series. Hopefully it will, because they have 5 movies planned. Hopefully one of them doesn't bomb horrifically, and then they have to scrap the plans for the other sequels. That would suck, but I don't think it's going to do that, because this movie's doing so well, and a lot of people seem to like it, like I did. Anyways, number 3 was Arrival. This weekend it made $7,300,000, and that adds to a total of $73 million, and if you look at the worldwide chart, it has crossed the 100 million margin. It is at $105 million, so that's very good for the movie. It was able to double its $47 million budget, which would be 94, so it's made $11 million more than that. I'm so happy that it finally crossed its budget, because it took a while for it, honestly. A little longer than I think I would have liked it to. I think it should have gotten its budget back a lot faster, but still, I'm still glad that it did make its budget back, because it is a terrific film. Anyways, number 4 was Allied. This movie actually did a little bit better than I thought it would as far as ranking goes. This weekend it made $7,050,000, and that adds to a total of $28 million domestically. Now, this movie and Arrival are kind of close, 250,000 kind of apart, so maybe this and Arrival could flip-flop when the actual numbers come out, but I don't know if that'll actually happen. So we're just going to go by the weekend estimate right now, and it is still, unfortunately, considered a bomb, because it is on a budget of $85 million, and in case you didn't know, 28 isn't exactly a good profit for an $85 million movie. But then you look at the worldwide chart, and it's made a little bit more. It's at $53 million worldwide, but it still needs to make $32 million more to get its budget back. And if you want to double the budget, which a lot of people consider to be when the movie is actually a success, it would need like $117 million, I think. So Allied isn't doing so well. That kind of sucks for Rob Zemeckis. But let's move on to a movie that is doing well. Number 5 being Doctor Strange. This weekend it made $6 million, and that adds to a total of $215 million domestically. That's very good. And if you look at the worldwide chart, it is at $634 million. I don't know if it'll be able to get to $700 million, because it is starting to die down a little. Maybe it'll get close, like $680 million worldwide, but I don't know if it'll get to $700 million. But anything is possible at this point in 2016. Anyways, number 6 was Trolls. This weekend it made $4 million, and that adds to a total of $141 million. And if you look at the worldwide chart, it is very close to getting to $300 million. It's at $296. So once again, DreamWorks, when are you going to announce that you're making a Trolls sequel? I mean, you almost reached $300 million worldwide. You could probably get away with making another one at this point. Anyways, number 7 is Hacksaw Ridge. This weekend it made $3,400,000, and that adds to a total of $57 million. And if you look at the worldwide chart, it is $5 million away from doubling its $40 million budget. It is stuck at $75 million. So Hacksaw Ridge is a little bit closer to getting its budget back, so it's not considered a huge financial flop. Super happy with this, because I've heard nothing but great praise for this film, and I can't wait to see it at some point. I'm literally dying to see this movie. I know I'm late, and I'm gonna get around to it. Anyways, number 8 is Bad Santa 2. This weekend it made $3,280,000, and that adds to a total of $14 million this weekend. That's pretty bad, especially since its budget is still only $26 million. So it hasn't even crossed that yet. It would need $52 million to double that budget, be considered a success, and it's just not going to get there. Kind of sucks for Billy Bob Thornton, but that's what you get for making a sequel, a comedy sequel that maybe people wanted, maybe didn't. I don't know. Anyways, number 9 is the movie I predicted to be number 3. Thank goodness I was wrong. Incarnate. This weekend it made $2,659,000, and this is on a budget of $5 million. Now, I think maybe it'll cross that, but in order to be considered a success, it would need to double it and get 10 million, and there's just no way it's going to get there. Thank God, because this movie's awful. There's nothing good about this movie, and I'm so glad that it's bombing the way it is. Thank God. And finally, number 10, Almost Christmas. This weekend it made $2,500,000, and that adds to a total of $38 million. And it's about to exit the top 10, almost making $40 million. So hey, good job with that, I guess. And I didn't see the movie, so I have nothing really to say. Moving on to the fun part, which is the predictions for next week's top 5. Now, this is going to be a little weird because there's 2 movies that are expanding that were in limited release, but they're expanding. And then there's a nationwide release. I'm going to say number 1 is Office Christmas Party. I'm going to say number 2 is Moana. Number 3, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And then I'm going to say number 4 is Miss Sloane. I think because it has some buzz, I think I've heard some buzz about this movie, so I think when it expands, some more people will seek it out. And then I'm going to put for number 5, this might not happen, but I'm going to put Nocturnal Animals for number 5, because once again, there's some buzz surrounding this film, and it is expanding. At least I saw that it's playing in my theater nearby this weekend, so maybe people will go out to see it and get it at the number 5 spot. But what are your predictions for next week's top 5? Leave them in the comments below. And if you got your predictions right for this week, you're going to get a shout out right now. Unless you didn't get it right, then you better luck next time. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher, and we're 2 weeks away from Rogue One. Thank God. See you guys next time.